if you can get that kind of thing going in your marketplace, everyone's going to be doing better.
So the big question is, what are top agents doing to absolutely crush it in real estate, grow their teams and add more transactions year over year while so many struggle? To get the answers, we interview top real estate agents to learn their secrets to success. Listen, we believe every agent should make a minimum of $100,000 per year, and we're on a mission to make this happen. We've already helped over 100 agents achieve this with our coaching. So if you want to fast track your business growth, get to your first $100,000 in GCI or add another $100,000 in GCI using social strategies, then head over to go.eliteagentsecrets.com, or you can just click the link in the description below. Also, just make sure to follow us, hit that subscribe button, and if you get any value from this at all, please tell a friend and leave us a review. My name is Andrew Dunn.
And my name is Peter Michael. Welcome to Elite Agent Secrets.
I think this actually, just to wrap into your third secret to success, which is actually, we've kind of touched on it a little bit here, but it's about being kind and honest and straightforward with your client. So, besides what we said already, unpack why that is your third secret to success.
Okay. Yes, it is my clients that you should be kind and honest and straightforward always. I mean, I'm talking savage honesty. Again, this goes back to kind of what we're talking about at the beginning. I don't need to close deals. If we walk into a house and that thing is a junk, I'm going to point out 3 things that's wrong with it. And we are going to go to the next house, and even when people are like, I really like this house, let's put an offer in. I'm like, okay, cool. Whether it be about the house or, how many offers are on the table, which is this fun thing that we're all dealing with right now. This is how you tackle this, just brutal honesty. That's with the clients. You owe that same kindness to your fellow realtors, to those lenders, to those appraisers, to other people in your office. I'm a firm believer that in this life, you get a lot further with honey than you do with vinegar. If you're 100%. Cool with people, if you're cool with people, they're going to be cool with you. If it's an offer, and I've had this happen, and I've had this happen a lot, and I'm so thankful for it. I have a really nice relationship with the network of realtors that work in this, in this region. We all get along. It's great. If there's a bunch of offers on the table and they know that I am up there, my client's getting that deal, because they know that I come in, I'm going to close it. I'm bringing in legitimate buyers that want to close. That is, I'm going to be nice to work with. There's no really other way to put it. I'm going to be respectful of everyone's time. I'm not going to get in there and just cause a tornado, and which, that is what some realtors do. It's just such a basic tenet of getting along with people. Just get along with people. You will close deals. And they're going to come back to you. They're going to say, and sorry, the last part of that is people take clients. There's shit realtors out there that will steal your clients full on. They don't care. And if you're a turd, they feel less bad about taking your client. But if you're cool and you're good at what they do, they're going to be like, hey, you know what? Cody's great. Sounds like you're already working with him. Keep on working with him. And I do that to other people that are great. Hey, you're working with Jorge. That's great. Awesome. You're working with Charlie. That's great. Keep on working with Melissa. They're great. They're going to take care of you. I'm not out there stealing people's clients, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, especially in the internet lead generation game, right? These people they're not loyal yet, and they haven't developed loyalty to any specific person. Mm-hmm. So if one sucks or it's not giving them what they want, it's almost like, for lack of, and this is going to definitely be inappropriate, but it's like a one-night stand. They're just using them to get to the next step. So, meanwhile, let's say if they are working with somebody and somebody's dropping the ball and you do know them or you are friendly with them, you can give them a courtesy call and be like, hey, listen, so-and-so just called me. I send them back to you. Not sure if you have the bandwidth and the capacity, but I'm happy to take them on if you don't, and maybe you work out like, a referral or something,
100%.
just to be fair to them as well, right?
Oh
So
yeah, absolutely. And that I've done that. I've had people do it to me. It's if you can get that kind of thing going in your marketplace, everyone's going to be doing better. All boats rise with the tide.
yeah, and ultimately, listen, like, we like to think that we're in this quote unquote as lone wolves, but we're not, because the producers in your market know the producers in that market.
Mm-hmm.
So if you start doing, funky shit, everybody is the word's going to get around rather quickly, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not back where in Philly, but I still know just about everybody. When people name drop some names, I'm like, oh, yeah, you got to talk to my guy. Like, I know exactly when people are going and what they're going through, and it's like, and it's the freaking city.
Yeah.
I haven't been there in a year and a half or 2 years, and I still know who the movers and the shakers are, and everybody knows everybody. So if somebody's fucking up, it gets around rather quickly, right?
Oh yeah. And I live in a small. We live in the country, man. It's people
Okay,
don't
so
realize.
it's even worse, right? You probably know the top producers on two handfuls, and
Oh yeah.
and that's pretty much it.
Oh yeah. And I think that is that out of the 3.5 counties that I work in, there's, and within an hour's drive, there's less than 100,000 people. I think it's like 83,000
Oh,
people.
wow. Holy shit.
So there's yeah, there's about 15, maybe 20 really top producing brokers. We all know each other. I'm lucky enough to be one of them. It's a pretty tight group. And the other thing is too, everyone in town knows, everyone within these 5-6 towns and everywhere in between, they all know each other too.
Yeah, which makes it that much harder if you're a nobody or you're a sleazeball and you're trying to get your offer accepted. Everybody's going to look at that and be like, you know what? Just because you were a dick on the last deal, fuck you.
Yeah,
we're going to make you work extra hard for this one, because the top producers are probably in charge of most of the market. It's like a monopoly at that point.
It kind of is, which is a whole other conversation. But yeah, the rise and fall happens quick around here, just because people have the ability to cut you out and make it really, really challenging for you. The other thing that's funny about that is, when you do have clients that aren't being loyal, clients that, oh yeah, no, you're the only person I'm working with. Okay, great. Then you find out that they just got under contract and bought a house with another realtor. You're going to see that person again. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so funny. It's like, you live in a town of 15,000 people. Did you think you weren't going to bump into me again? Like, this is probably awkward for you.
It's not like me here in Boca, where I don't even know how many people are in this town, but
too many.
I feel like everybody and their mother is a realtor, right? Like, oh, your next neighbor is a realtor, and so is the guy 2, 3, 4, 5 doors away from you, right?
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different. So getting through the mud is a little bit different, right? So like, now that we're in a business, we're selling, we've been able to capture a lot of quote unquote real estate and a lot of buzz right away, because we do business the right way, just like you're saying, right? We're a little bit edgy, we're a little bit cheeky, we like to ruffle some feathers, because it's the only way to get attention, especially when you're the small kid on the block. Mm-hmm. But as we started selling and we started moving things, people are like, oh, okay, yeah, you definitely want to work with those guys, because they get, like you said, they get to the closing table, they're extra proactive, they communicate very well, their team is dialed in, you have full access to them, they're very responsive, and ultimately that's what you want. You don't want to put an offer and then see you at the closing table and then let the listing agent do both of the jobs, right?
When it says Ruffle Feathers, when he says ruffle feathers, he means of other agents who don't pick up the fucking phone. So we call them 1,000 times until they answer our goddamn question because the client can't close because they're not answering.
Well,
They irritate the living shit out of
two ways
us.
I look at it. Upload that shit into the MLS and give me the fucking information that I need, aka the seller's disclosure, whatever, the condo docs, if there are HOA docs, or the name of the HOA, right? Or pick up your phone. If I can't get to you, I'm going to go to your broker. I have no problem doing that whatsoever, because you may think that I'm the little guy on the totem pole that you don't have to, answer, which, trust me, I do my research before I come to you. I hate getting those messages of like, hey, what does your client want? Did you fucking read the MLS? Obviously not, because it says everything that they want. Do you know exactly how much they want to get for the house because it's listed?
Yeah.
You know exactly what's wrong with the house because I uploaded all the docs, the seller's disclosure. How do you submit an offer? Well, guess what? There's offer instructions in there as well.
Yeah, it's those people don't last long. So, well, actually, that's not true, because there are people that somehow operate like that and they just keep bouncing through. I don't get it, but
there's some guys that are in my market that are like top producers and you just can't get a hold of them. Now, listen, I get it. I understand. You're busy. Give me the number for your assistant. If you don't want to talk to me, cool, no big deal. I just need to know XYZ ABC because I did everything else. I need to move this deal forward. Mm-hmm. If I can't get that, I'm just going to go to your broker, and then your broker is going to bitch moan, and then you're not going to like it. I'm not going to like it, because now it puts us both at a disadvantage, because now you think I'm some dickhead that tried to circumvent and get you in trouble. Meanwhile, I just want to do what's right for my clients.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get this rolling, buddy. And that's, so often that's a personality thing that you're dealing with. There's people out there that like to make other people work for it for no other reason than just watch them struggle. I kind of just laugh about that stuff, because it's just like, dude, I have no problem working hard. Like, I'm closing this deal, buddy. So
I don't like to overstep, right? Mm-hmm. My neighbor is selling a house. Cool. I was walking my dog, right? And he was like, hey, our house is back on the market. I'm like, awesome. Thanks for letting me know, because I told you I have a buyer for it, right? Because I went to the open house, and, he's my freaking neighbor. He goes, great.
That's a stinger.
Yeah, you can see. There you go. Right? So he gives me the number for the agent. I'm like, great. And then this guy just starts volunteering information. I'm not going to just go and just cut him off. But I said, great, let me just talk to your agent and I'll figure it out with him, right? Because I want to make sure there wasn't overstepping. Mm-hmm. I called this guy, I'm not going to mention the name, but I said, hey, I'm a neighbor of your client at so-and-so address. He just told me XYZ ABC. And he goes, why are you talking to my client? I'm like, hold on, buddy. I just told you I was walking my dog and I'm the neighbor. I'm trying to save you your deal and bring you another buyer. So calm your tits down over here, okay? Like, calm the hell down. I'm calling you and letting you know that as a courtesy, because I have very well could have went around this whole thing and just done my thing, but I didn't. The one thing I just don't understand, we're like you say, we're in a service business. All of us are in a service business. Let's leave our egos sometimes at the door. I don't care how much shit you sell. Amazing people like we have, you included on our podcast. You guys are high producers. You're very communicative. You're kind. You have amazing personalities. Why are the guys that aren't doing the fucking numbers that way? Meanwhile, I jump on the MLS and I see that this is a 1% commission listing. I'm like, dude, no wonder you're so cutthroat and so miserable. When the average commission in my market is 2.5 or 3%.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're taking 1%. It's like, well, shit. Okay.
Was it 6 or 7% on pre-con?
Yeah, pre-construction is 6% to the buying agent.
Yeah.
It's mental.
Cody,
that's a lot.
With that being said, I want to give you the floor. Peter's babbling on. I'm sure everyone loved it. If someone wants
That's real life
to,
experience, bro.
it's all that real estate agentness. If someone wants to, buy or sell an agent, I'm not sure if you're looking to grow a team or assistants, whatever you've got going on, how could people reach out? Whether it's phone, email, website, social media, let the people know where you are at.
So best way to get a hold of me is just call or text me. My number is 219-916-0451. And we have a great website, copperwest.com, copper like the metal and west like the direction.com. And our office is also very, very available to communication, stuff like that. Instagram, Facebook, those things are always there, but the best way to get a hold of me is just call my phone.
Perfect. Amazing. Now, before we wrap up, we've got a new segment and it's a quick fire round. So go with me on this. So first question, favorite book or person that you learned from in recent time?
Favorite book or person that I've learned from in recent time?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I do a lot of water stuff, and I was listening to this podcast called the Progression Podcast, which is all about like surf foiling and stuff like that. And there is this really, really hesh old surfer dude that lives on Maui that they interviewed. And his mindset just about life, the guy's like in his mid-70s and just out there just crushing it. His name's Bones. And his mindset towards life and just getting out there and doing the things you like was really, really incredible. And the best part of that interview is, the interview says, Bones, you're 75 years old or whatever, you're still out there every day on the water, 6 hours. How do you do it at your age? What keeps you going? What keeps you out there? And he goes, it's not me. It's not anything that I'm doing. It's opportunity. The opportunity for me to be out there is out there. So I just go take advantage of the opportunity. And that's a pretty magical statement. And that really removes the self it removes limitations. And you're just like, yeah, it's the opportunity to work hard is out there. The opportunity to go out there and have fun is out there. Just go do it. It's not never out there. It's always out there. So just go get it.
Love it. Second question, what's your goal for this year or the next 12 calendar months? What number of deals or volume would you like to hit?
I do not set goals for myself in that aspect. There's always more. So I guess my goal is more. My principal broker asks me this all the time, and I say the same answer all the time. More.
So 67, at least 67.
At least 67. And yeah, just more. And that's not out of greed. That's not out of anything. It's kind of going back to what I just said previously. The opportunity for more is there.
So take it. And the final one to wrap up on, to hit your 67, what do you see as your biggest obstacle that could stop you hitting that?
My biggest weak point is marketing. I need to figure out a way to just get out and reach to more people. That's pretty much it. And a lot of that is time in the business. That's a frustrating thing that I can't change. But yeah, my marketing, which is adequate, I just need to figure out what's going to take to give me that.
Next level it. Cody, it's been an absolute pleasure. Everyone, we hope you've enjoyed listening to this interview as much as we have interviewing Cody, and we will see you in the next one. Oh, and by the way, would you consider yourself a maverick? Are you an agent, team leader, broker owner who is constantly striving to push boundaries and smash goals? Well, we've already helped over 100 agents go over $100,000 per year in GCI. So if you're interested in learning more about our courses and coaching to help you scale your business, then head over to go.eliteagentsecrets.com.